Well, good evening once again, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend. Welcome once again to Minds Over Matter. My name is Tope Dada, your host. Mind Over Matter is under the umbrella of Men's Porch, which I'm so lucky to be the director of Men's Porch. And this evening, welcome to the September episode of Minds Over Matter. And I believe that our guest today is gonna blow your mind because he's someone that I look up to, and I really appreciate the great works he's been doing in our community and all over the UK. And sit back, get a cup of coffee, drinks, or water near you, and some crips. And as we go into this episode of Minds Over Matter, which is titled "Inspiring the Next Generation of Change Makers." And I want to know something. You know, we always hear the saying that the we are the future of tomorrow, we are leaders of tomorrow. And I want to know something. Those words are not just just for saying sake. I could see great people doing great wonders and doing great exploits. And Mr. Carl Dovi is one of them. And I would like to introduce you to him. I'm your host once again. My name is Tope Dada, and today we have an incredible guest by the name Carl Dovi, a community leader, a visionary, and someone who has been instrumental in shaping Bradford's social and cultural landscape, and is a leader with Bradford 2025, that's City of Culture. He's a manager, and I want to know something. He didn't just get there by magic. It's all about work. It's all about passion. It's all about having a heart for that. Carl works closely with Bradford City of Culture. Is the assistant volunteer manager and a manager in so many capacity. He's a leader that you need to learn from. He's playing a key role in Bradford City of Culture 2025, empowering young people and creating opportunities for change across the city and across the UK. Mr. Carl, thank you so much for joining us today. And before we delve into before we delve into the art of today's matter, today's work, can just give our listener a little insight into your journey, what brought you into community work in Bradford, not just community work, Bradford 2025, wow, which is UK City of Culture 2025, is a milestone. It's very massive. And get to that level, I know it takes a lot of nerves, a lot of guts, a lot of hard work, a lot of self belief. Can you just tell us a little bit about our journey,
So,
please?
good evening, anyone. Thank you very much, Dr. Dada, for giving me the platform and inviting me to speak on your platform. Good evening to your guest as well, your beautiful guest as well. It's a pleasure to be on your show. First, I want to apologize if they hear sounds from the background when I'm speaking because at the moment we are delivering Black Intern wine at Kenyan festival that we've actually brought to UK. So there's a lot of noise in the background. So please do accept my apology in advance. So yes, as you rightly mentioned, my name is Carl. Started my journey way back in Ghana, which is my home country. And Africa, where we come from, people say that there's a lot of problems where people focus on problems rather than opportunities. And if you live in a community where
Mhm.
problems are the bane of the day, then you need to be the solution. So that drive
Yeah,
to make sure we are solving problems, if not the bigger part of it, but the base of it, to make sure it actually gets the bigger part, actually drove me into the concept of community development. And I started from my university days when I used to be a student leader, where student leaders to do identify social problems and see how best we can actually draw solutions to it. Started from university, was the president of Project Hope, where I designed certain projects. Like, so teenage pregnancy was more like a major problem in that particular city or in that particular district. I drew projects like sexual health education and also providing them with the hands-on skills so that they can actually earn a good living and really depend on people. I do project like beach cleanups as well, which we're trying to actually create awareness on the effect of dumping plastic or waste into the ocean. Then right after that, I was fortunate to actually join a company after school, which gave me the opportunity to lead their CSR activity, which is providing or empowering young people to buy into the concept of entrepreneurship. So we're actually equipping them with entrepreneurship skills as well. Then I moved on to a health project where we're extending social care or social services to people, to key populations as well, because we noticed it was difficult for key population to actually access healthcare, especially sexual healthcare as well in where we come from because of the issues of stigma. And I moved on to plastic waste in the space of sustainability, something that is so much dear to my heart. So I've been running that campaign all throughout from moving on from the USA project down to the plastic waste project where we continue with that beach cleanup to create awareness and also making sure that women were more empowered and women in the plastic waste management space were actually getting roles due them. Then I moved to UK, and UK has been an excellent space. University of Bradford giving me the space to excel and do the thing that I love to do, and that also built me for the role that I am in now, the Bradford 2025, delivering over 1,000 plus events for the community.
Wow, that's so insightful, and I'm so motivated. Knowing you for a while now, it's something that that always make me smile. That it's not easy. Meeting people that they have passion for the community, people that are ready to just give their all, and I want to say thank you so much for all you do, and I want to say God bless you anyway. Is that one? Um, I would like to ask you know I know you're a reader and a leader as well. And I want to ask, because though we have so many questions that our viewers have sent across before now, because they have a lot of questions to ask you. A lot of people want to learn, especially younger generation. Um, what what book really motivates you? I'm not sure. I'm just, that's one of the questions that was thrown at me, that we should ask, that what books motivate you, because at times we learn a lot from books, life experience, and past circumstances that have happened to us, something like that. Could there's a book that you can mention or recommend for
Um, I mean,
our listeners?
for books, I think I've read so many books, but one that I can really actually point out would be "Take the Risk," written by Ben Carson, which actually talks about the story of a doctor that actually did the first surgery on the first successful first Siamese twins, surgery on the twins, and how he was scared and afraid to actually take that risk, but eventually did and gave him the name today. So, I mean, I've read so many books, but I think the one that actually resonates more with me is the cast. And I think since then, I always tell people to take the risk. What's there to lose?
Mm, that's beautiful. I'm a reader as well, so that's why I always like asking questions when it comes to books, all those stuff like that. Um, Someone asked a question, and the person said, "Carl, what first drew you into Bradford? I know we've done a lot of stuff in Ghana and Africa, but what drew you first? Keeps you passionate about it today?"
So, I mean, there are so many factors that actually drove me into community work. But one thing that I'll mention is still community, because the sense of community actually means a lot to me. Because you know how they say that when you take one broom, you can break it, but when you put all the brooms together, it's difficult to break. And that simply means the concept of
Mm,
resilience. So when I joined Bradford, or when I came to Bradford first,
mm,
I saw how open and huge the city was. looking at all the different groups that we have, needed to build a sense of community. So what I did was I joined a community. I found a community and I joined the community. And when you join community, that is when you get to understand some of the problems that needs to be solved. So my relation with these different communities
mm,
actually exposed me to so many things, and I had to do that through the opportunities the university. And one thing that actually drives the passion about solving problems is the stories that you hear from people. It's not really sometimes about the money that we get, it's the stories that you get to hear from people that actually keeps inspiring and pushing you to do more. And Bradford actually being a city that has really accepted me, giving me more than I actually thought I would get. This is a place that I would always want to give my best.
mm, mm. Wow, that's beautiful. And I hope our listeners are, learning that our life is not about us alone. We need to live outside ourselves, live beyond ourselves, not just care about ourselves alone. Community, it's very important, and which leads, to something that always amazes me. And someone from an African background and doing great exploits here in the UK, it's something that really motivates. And you might not know, a lot of people have been saying a lot that wow, they love your passion. And I remember during the Men's Sports Award, then we weren't close. So, but when we checked the voting, I had to ask question that wow, this man might have been doing something great for people to just go out their way to just vote for him. Because I know you are not the type that send broadcasts on WhatsApp, post on social media anyhow, and all those stuff. So, which means people your work spoke for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me just use that word. And Bradford City of Cultural 2025 is huge. And I want to ask, how do you see it create opportunity for young people and the wider community?
So, I mean, Bradford 2025, if people do not know, let me just give a brief of Bradford. So, Bradford 2025 is, so in general, City of Culture is a competition normally organized by the Department for Sport, Science and Media every 4 years. And what happens is cities in UK bid for that started in 2013, right from London to Hull down to Coventry. Bradford actually cities is cut down to four. There's some county and Bradford. What it means is that Bradford has money, okay, its culture to the world, and this is where culture is exhibited. What it means is that it's a once in a lifetime. There are so many opportunities that we are creating of creating those opportunities. There's kind of for artists that actually bring out their best out there to the world. This is to build their skills and the relations as well, because out of events that we are workshopping there for people to learn new art, just for the young people as well, because every opportunity for something to be done and local people. So this is actually great job for people. Our volunteering department, and it's almost about 2,000, recruiting 1,780, but now we've actually crossed that to almost 2,000. And all these volunteers, we're creating an opportunity to meet new people, things that are very meaningful, and things for volunteers to take so that they can actually job market. This has been testing almost about transitioning from our volunteer programming to which most of them are actually reference bracket we need to go to them. Goal was to also include almost about 4,000 children, and now I can say that we've done this school in Bradford, and now we are involving with so many activities and bringing out uh, youth local based people. Example, without opening created opportunity for volunteers, so they were trained over now. They do magic, and some of them are finding of them they've been able to create groups where they go gigs as well. So it's just there's something in there for every the platform to encourage people that don't know what you want to explore. Please reach out. It's something that can actually get us in the life of opportunity. Not you coming. We've seen so many bits like London, but in moving into Bradford, nations in Bradford, which has been created. Bradford 2025 is renovating community centers. Our partners participate. We are repainting spaces and rebuilding community spaces. So communities that Bradford 2025 is actually bringing. I always say, if you are thinking of
Your network is breaking.
is it okay now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah, I think it's okay now. Yes, it's okay now. Okay, thank you so much for those great works. And I'm happy to I'm one of the volunteers as well, and I can attest to everything. Great work, great work, great work. So that leads us to the now say leading with Bradford 25. We know everything comes with one challenges or the other, and will have come with its own challenges, no matter how smooth it might be. But what has been one of the toughest moments, and how did you push through it?
It's actually, it is limited. Challenges are smooth. So I'm just going to focus. If you're delivering an ambitious program, culture is the first city of culture that is really the other city of culture to a city center. And when you look at, we are almost over 2,000. Every project is built with volunteers or the key players. Say that it's difficult to actually get volunteers to actually fit. And because these projects were managed, there are no when there are no volunteers. And I think this highly overcome by whenever we send an email to school, they respond that, oh, that's good. And I think that has been due to the school respond. That's been a call out because become sometimes emotional as well you're going through. And volunteers are at the biggest day I believe we do not take them. For me, that is a major challenge that happens to do with recruitment. We go forward with our volunteers also encourage it. So I think that's a major basically. How did that pushing through our volunteers? It's just a matter of sending or letting them understand the truth that we're struggling with. And they always come to the to hey, and learn so small.
Hmm. Challenges is part of the journey. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And you know, if the road is too smooth at times, you might not really appreciate the journey. I might be wrong, I might be right, but at times when the road is maybe ugly, it really helps. Okay, I would like to ask, though it's not reflecting on the screen presently, but when it comes to inspiring the next generation, what's your approach to helping young people see themselves as change makers?
I think
Let me take it one more
I'm
time. When it comes to inspiring the next generation, your approach, because we know you've really done great stuff and you're still doing great things, which I know it could be helpful to upcoming change makers. So what's your approach in helping younger people see themselves as change makers?
being a change maker is the mindset. Being the
Mm.
mindset. Understand why you need to be easy for you to actually get it done. I always tell people that instead of see opportunities, because has been built on opportunities. An example, you go to a place, you can actually provide it and it becomes useful for you. So I always tell people when there's a problem, maybe relax, like, and you could actually get something beautiful. One thing that I also want to leave with: life is not linear. Success is not linear. It's from a point, a place where you feel you're almost there, and all over again and all that. So life is actually crooked and all that. Patience or goal is to be one thing, another thing. Right? Start facing those curves when you start setbacks and all that. That is the time to remind yourself why. When you start, also just know that you are almost there, and life is never linear. I'm not sure as easy as it sounds. And sometimes when you're reading our profile and we start reflecting, we didn't get it on the silver platter. Sit down and think that it's actually start feeling that when you start feeling, you know, that that's when you need to actually keep doing.
Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, there's something that really works around where we are presently. Then a tree cannot make a forest. That's the saying we've been hearing when we were younger. Well, most of us never really understood what it really means. We always thought that okay, maybe okay, a tree, but it really means no one is an island and no one can survive on their own, which means that collaboration is very key in everything we do. You can't just run the show yourself. You still need community, which leads us back to still on the topic of community. And I would like to ask now, um how do you know how do you know when your community projects are really making an impact? That should come before something should come before then, yeah. So the next one I will ask is not this. So pardon me on that. Collaboration is key in community work. And everyone knows that, except you've never tried it before. You can run the race on your own. You can achieve the goals all by yourself. You still need people around you. That's why you see an organization, there will be manager, assistant manager, there will be secretary, there will be project manager, also because one person can run all this all by themselves. So that's why we need one another. Collaboration is key. And how do you bring together local organizations? Because we've seen a lot of businesses, cultural groups, and I would like to, how do you bring them together, to make things happen?
Okay, so with this question, I'm going to be so so a jigsaw puzzle is a final. Let's put one jigsaw on the and say that you actually control the picture, actually form your own picture. The quote that a tree cannot make it come together to make it work. So I draw inspiration from my government to start building stakeholders. Which ones are my primary stakeholders? It's those who have it, and our secondary stakeholders, that is those have impact, but in the picture, which is definitely have any major influence or cannot be leveraged on the lessons. Now, when I'm up, then I get to understand which one that is more attention. Typical example, Frankfurt 2025, for instance, it's a very huge project, an ambitious 1,000 plus events with local collaborations as well. We make sure we're drawing opportunities out of it and getting the people in the community. So yeah, then out. Sure, volunteers to know the bigger picture is to make sure we have. So we have to make sure we're training volunteers how this mental health fits. So who can actually deliver that training, that workshop? Mines in Bradford, NHS, and we need to be able to run that training. Second, if we actually run that training first, that making sure we can actually run the message, which will be the audiences department allowed to volunteer for them know about. Audiences will also help us put together. So I use the system of the to actually make sure that collaboration because every project that I've run almost over 160 projects, and any of these everyone in isolation should be done in collaboration every year as well.
Can you hear me now? Okay, yeah, I think I lost my network. Yeah, I guess I lost my network. Yeah, I'm good to be back now.
Okay, I mean
So,
that's technology.
thank you so much. And yeah, I was able to hear you from the background, but I just realized that my video is not displaying and something like that. So yeah, so now next is I would like to ask beyond 2025, because we know there's still greater works to be done anyway. What kind of legacy do you hope Bradford City of Culture leaves for the city? During the summer there were a lot of activities. The city was just buzzing and everything bubbling. At times you might just feel like maybe you could just let the whole year just be like that. But you have to work here. So What legacy do you think Bravo City of Culture leaves for this, for the community, for the city, and the UK as a whole?
I think I saw a post. I don't know whether that is still after this movie and whatever. So the device, I mean, we're all sad that for us stuff because we see the city of culture is already having for itself and beyond that, and every project has an end. Beyond 2025, the kind of effort city of course actually need for this. For some reason, Raffles for some years now, people here in Bradford hold that city. So the city of culture has been able to actually for some qualitative nobody get to measure and perception, the change in Bradford, where people I mean we've had almost about we've had almost every experience city of culture project. So I mean outside, we are out and if we are able to use it to bring people into Bradford, people will still come into Bradford to experience with our volunteer program. Just started first that I mean speak to people that do the volunteer program. I have the confidence that I can do. We've had people talk about their mental health, you know, have a fun media. But through the experience with culture, that beyond 2025, the volunteer program this way, people of that this way. That every investment that we've actually made will definitely yield positive results. Always will have 15.5 million. We probably receive almost about 2.5 million. And the goal is to the biggest thing that we leave behind is to make sure this is even with that city of culture.
Hmm.
I also hope and pray that pride and perception go big for people to understand that Bradford the light. I say because Bradford is. I also hope that beyond 2025, Bradford lost space because Bradford has been actually a city of sanctuary. When I say city of sanctuary, what I mean is that people from other cultures to come legally and excel. So 25,
Hmm.
this will still be there, and people who want to actually come in.
Hmm. That was beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful because you know, someone okay, we had a festival some 2 weeks ago in Bradford, which Bradford City of Culture was part of, and someone was asking that question that, so what's next after Bradford 2025? And I told her, I said there are lots that are still going to come up, and just keep your fingers crossed and get ready for more to come, because just like you having a like I'm also an artist, and I have a concert which I host every year, which is called Gratitude Fest, and also Men's Sports Award. You know, after the 2025 Men's Sports Award, if anyone asks me that what's next, I should let them know that next year is going to be bigger. So look out for more. And because of our time, I will have to rush and just quickly ask something personal, which I hope you won't mind. Outside of your work, what's okay? I only ask one now. I want more than one. I know how busy you are. I know how busy you are, but We should always have room for recreation once in a while. So, what's one hobby and activity that helps you recharge? After the beacon, there's a there's an event going on right now, which will run through the whole year, and now I know it might overlap into 2026 as well. So I know the rest is good anyway. The rest is good. It's one of the short forwards, which many people find it, to put that in their curriculum, in their schedule, in their dictionary. Most people who have the mindset that when you are just up and doing, that's when you are doing something worthwhile. It's true, but at times it's not in the quality, and it's not in the quantity rather, but in the quality. So what activities helps you to recharge?
I can mention what actually. So I don't want to be person because in a busy community, whereas I remember the question you asked earlier, which is impact. And so let me right. So in project teams, I'm a project manager. I use some of these methods in design whenever we're designing a project. But beyond the method and the kind of impact that it has, the more like the fruit you want to do it over and over again. So some somebody I want to do it and you say, oh, the hack or the taking something good out of it, by taking it out of it. And that once you hear these stories, these are how people have been impacted or their lives, how they've changed their lives. It's actually encourage you to do it. You're doing it, you're also
Mm.
building capacity, you're also so you can actually do it.
Yeah.
So now so in the project that's easy. After that people don't actually get started because these are the things that actually outside of work, I don't want people to say no. So I love to enjoy when I'm off work. So I have some people and some of them also do score. So I actually take a revenge, learning new things. So I'm learning how to play piano as well. I mean that is also another hobby that I don't think I have it as football when there's a need to. Not something like play all the time. It's just when as for gaming, it's a constant playing of piano is also something that I will future. I mean reading.
Wow. Yeah. You really said a lot. You really said a lot, and you really need to recharge once in a while. You need to recharge. Maybe some people they are way. You have some friends their own way. I don't think I can do it, but I'm trying so hard now to
I mean
put more rest into my into my daily activities. Which
you have to because if people are
is very, very
and
important.
it will be tough for them. So you need to reach out all the time because if you do not reach out, you might not really give people what you for us to reach out. And what being busy is not an achievement. Being all
Mm.
aware is not an achievement. Health is the biggest achievement because if you're empty, you need to
mm,
rebuild meaningful connections that will help you to actually be ready for the task ahead. So you need to
yeah, exactly. So thank you so much. Thanks so much. It's been so insightful, and thank you so much. And lastly, I would like to ask something. Yeah. Finally, what personal value or philosophy guides your leadership and drives you to make Bradford a better place?
my philosophy is simple. Do what you believe in is not right. Do it. So I always say that take the risk. When you do it and you fail, you experience. But if you do nothing to learn, there's nothing to even do. For that, if you can conceive,
Mm,
so whatever you consider, and don't plan to spend
mm,
so much time planning that you will be
yeah.
do it. Working in once you do it, never feel that because the time where you feel you're not ready is when it's good. My personal values are also into integrity
Mm,
because we were told that when I was very young, God is watching. I believe in the concept of integrity. When I do things right, when people are not watching, so a lot of people are. And that is another value that I've grown to excellence. But then excellence is try to make things perfect. It's what guides you to make sure that whatever you do something that and I get 5 to get 10 to get 10 and then that child mind helps you actually get to be able to get to. Because every time you're scared of failure, right? It makes you ready all the time. I do it now and I fail. I'll do it again and do it again and do it again. Until I get the best out of it. Misplace excellence completely.
mm. Wow, Mr. Carl. Yeah. Wow. 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 Thank you so much. We can't thank you enough because in the short time that we've spoken, what you've poured out is something that could go into a book. People should learn from your life because biographies are something that people that people talk about their life, what they do, and this is something that you've really done today. And we are so blessed to have you today, and we are so thankful. So we have some glitch with our internet, the audio are not really clear because people are complaining, but at least we're picking words and picking one, two, three things which are more important than not even hearing anything. Thank you so much. Please, wherever you are, if your hands are not just so busy, can you just help us to celebrate and appreciate Mr. Carl for for those insightful, words, experience they have shared with us. Want to say thank you so much, and we appreciate you. And want to say keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. I know you don't stop. I know it's not your much, and we hope to have you again very soon, and to be a blessing to us and to be, to impact us. I want to say thank you one more time, and to all our viewers and listeners and those that will listen on Spotify and watch on YouTube later. I hope you've learned one or two things from today's episode, which is inspiring the next generation of change makers. We are meant to make change in this world. We are to just be passerby, not to just live nothing at stake. There's so much more we can contribute to make the world a better place. Even you might think your little might not count, but a small drop makes an ocean. So I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Mr. Carl, one more time. And thank you for everyone watching. I want to say thank you. And please watch out for the next episode every first Saturday of each month. So October, watch out for October edition. And please kindly follow us on all our social media: Instagram at Men's Porch, Facebook as well, YouTube Men's Porch, and kindly visit our website for a lot of resources that will be so that will really make a difference in life, that are life changing. Visit our website at www.mensporch.org. You scroll on the screen, you could see it there, and kindly visit, and you see a lot of resources that could time, and hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful weekend.